Hi everyone, this is Tuplex. Welcome back. I've turned off the music in game. Let me know if that bothers anybody. But the music is pretty cool, but a lot of times when I'm playing by myself, I'm also watching YouTube videos on the other screen. And I don't like to have the music on then. And also sometimes when I'm making a video for you guys, sometimes the music is a little bit loud and it's a little bit distracting when I'm trying to talk. So I'm just going to leave it off for now. But like I said, if that bothers anyone, let me know, and maybe I'll turn it back on if there's enough feedback for that. So I built an artillery rail system. So I added a stop here. And then I decided just to go with a one-way rail. I added several stops over here. This is my artillery train. Basically, it's got 4 artillery wagons, and it just goes from stop to stop. And if there's anything within range, it'll blast it. And then it comes back into the station here. Now I have the artillery loading station is on this side, so it's not optimal right now because it comes down, the train comes in here, it has to go all the way down here, turn around, come here and load, then turn around again to go back out. But eventually I'm going to extend this down and around this way as well, so it'll be able to go in a loop. I'm not sure how I'm going to configure the stations, but in any case, it's helping keep things clear, at least on this portion of the map. Now, originally, I built a 2-way rail that was, I don't know, it was around here someplace. And the problem I was having is that when the artillery train would fire on something, the biters would come and attack. And if the train was gone, they just started to attack the rails. And because the rails were out here, they were out of range of the turrets, and they were out of range of the robots to repair it. And honestly, I wouldn't want the robots to go repair anyway if they were under constant attack. It would just be a waste of bots and materials. So what I had to do is I had to move it closer so that the rail is at least within range of the turrets, and then it's within range of the robots as well to repair. Now the biters will still attack it, but because they're close enough to the wall, it's not that big of a problem. But when I do this again, and I think I'm going to do Krastorio 2 again in the next series, when I do this again, I'm going to design the wall with a rail inside of the wall, so that I don't have to worry about that. And then I can just have the train patrolling around the wall and blasting whatever comes into range. Right, so you can see that within the radius of this, of the artillery train, everything is pretty much cleared out. And it'll continue to stay that way. And for this, the schedule is very simple. I just go to each stop, wait for 5 seconds of inactivity, and then go to the next one. Now, if the turrets are aiming and firing, that counts as activity. So it'll just go until there's nothing to shoot, and then it'll move on to the next stop and continue along in that manner. So it's pretty easy to set up once you have the rail in place. But again, if you're going to do this in your own base, I would recommend putting the rail inside the wall. I didn't leave enough room for it, so that's why it's outside. But the next base I build, I will definitely make sure that I include space for a rail system on the inside before I build the wall. Okay, we were having a little bit of trouble down there, but it seems to not be that big of an issue. I also, you can't see it where the train is now, but I also loaded the grid on the locomotive on that train with lasers. in case some biters try to attack the train, it can shoot them. Okay, so on research, I've gotten the energy control units and immersium processing research done. And as a result, that has unlocked lots and lots of new tech that we can start to research. So I'm currently researching the advanced tech cards, which are going to need immersium gear wheels and lithium sulfur batteries. So I'm going to have to do that. Let's just say immersium processing is, I think, what I'm going to have to do next. So I can get ready for that. And those immersium parts are going to be used in lots of different things. And you can see there's three main components. There are the plates themselves, which take immersite or immersite powder and rare metals. The powder, of course, comes from either the crystals or the raw. I'm already making a lot of crystals. Maybe I shouldn't be converting everything into crystals. Let's see. And then the beams take 2 plates, and then the gears take 1 plate. Okay, and these gears, for example, they're used in those tech cards. They're used in a lot of the advanced buildings. Plates and gears. And the beams are also used in some of those things. So we'll need all of those. Looks like it's mainly for construction material for buildings, with the exception of that one science pack. You know, ammunition, which I may or may not use. We'll need it for the antimatter shells. And then there's also the what is it? The energy stabilizer. Sorry. Yeah, energy control unit. Okay, and that one is also used in a lot of the buildings and technology at the higher level. So we'll need all that stuff. But for now, I wanted to start to make modules, productivity and speed modules. Now some of the advanced buildings, like for example the advanced chemical plant has a crafting speed of 8. Right, so it looks like one of these can do the job of 8 regular chemical plants. The advanced furnace has a crafting speed of 12. The advanced assembly machine has a crafting speed of 5. So it seems like going to these advanced buildings with high crafting speeds and then loading them with some modules would probably be a very good way to go. And be able to produce a lot with fewer resources. But for that, we're going to need modules. And I'm going to go with level 3 modules, which are the best, but they take a lot of resources to make. So let's start to look at that. Right, so the level 1 modules take electronic components and electronic circuits. That's easy enough. The level 2s take the level 1 modules plus green and red circuits. And then the level 3s take level 2 modules plus red and blue circuits. Okay, so we need a lot of circuits. So I think that once I get this production set up, I'll probably expand my circuit production at the same time. All right, and these are 15 and 15 seconds. Actually, these are all 15 seconds. And it goes 5 level 1s, makes a single level 2, and 5 level 2s make a single level 1. Okay. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we would need to go like 25 into 5 into 1. Is that right? That's a bit different than vanilla, isn't it? Let me just run this through the planner just to be sure that I'm thinking about this correctly. So let's say 1 a minute, 1 level 3 a minute. If we're using level 2 machines. And let's put a hard limit on 1 machine. Yeah. So yeah, 25 into 5 into 1 will give us 3 modules a minute with level 2 machines. All right, so let's do that, and we'll do one for module 1s and one for module 2s. I'm sorry, I mean one for speed modules and one for productivity modules. Okay, so we can do a shared belt of green and electronic components. But what if we have 5 of these? I don't know, we'll figure it out in a minute. Let's see. Actually, I'm going to need 2 belts for this, right? Items every 15 seconds, so we can do yellow inserters on the inputs. I'll do those at the end. And that's going to go into a level 2. Because we'll need, in addition to these, we're going to need red and green circuits. And then 5 of these will feed into a level 3. And I don't think I can fit 25 of these all in one of these cells. But let's try it. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we can get 4. Okay, yeah, we're going to need 2 belts in on these. So I'm going to have to bring this out by 1 more tile. Okay, well, let's do this. Okay, I'll leave that there. No, I'm not going to leave that there. Let's have a single belt. Let's have 2 belts going in. And we'll have a single belt coming out. Okay. There's 25 machines. Okay, so we can have a single shared belt on each side then. Of green circuits and electronic components. And I'll just put those right here. Okay, green circuits, electronic components. There. All right. These odd numbers kind of bother me. All right. And then, yeah, we can do pulls like that. Okay, and lights. All right, and then I'm going to copy this exact same thing over here. And I'm going to change the recipes to productivity modules. Okay, and then this needs to feed into 5 machines, making speed module 2s, which are going to need those speed modules plus red and green. And we can do a shared belt of red and green. In fact, we can do 2 shared belts of red and green. So let's put a couple more of these here. Red, green, and blue. And yes, I realize, yeah, we'll do 3 and then 2. And yes, I realize now I have green circuits in 3 different places here, but I think I prefer to build it that way. Okay, so this can be the red and green shared belt, and then outputs will go there, and then finally we'll have the level 3 machine down here. Okay, and then this one can get red circuits from this same shared belt. Whoops. And then we'll need blue circuits coming down here. And we'll put those into a passive provider. Okay, and the limit on those, we'll say, I don't know. I don't know how many I'm going to need. We'll go with 500. My past experience says we need a lot, so. Okay, so let's mirror this over here on this side. This, well, not exactly a mirror. I guess this can go here, and then we can make it mirror. One, two, three, four, five. No, that's not in the right spot. Come on. All right. These are, oh no, these are prod 2s. Sorry. There we go. And then prod 3. Oh, I didn't put any drones in there. Where are my drones? There we go. 5 and 5. Off you go. Okay. Yeah, well, I messed up the symmetry with the power poles. Oh well. We'll survive. Alright, so we're just waiting for deliveries there. Alright, that didn't take too long, did it? Alright, so let's see what this requires in terms of circuits. "17 machines making electronic parts." Okay, so we're going to need a lot more of those, that's for sure. 10 machines making greens. Okay, 4 is making reds, 4 making reds, and 2 making blues. I think I've got plenty of red and blue circuits being produced. Yeah, that should be enough. But yeah, we definitely need more electronic circuits. And how many greens? 10 making greens. Yeah, I think we need more green circuits. The depot's empty. So we'll double up on green circuits over there. Let's go do that. I'll just walk over. Sorry for the noisy beverage today. I'm drinking drinking a soda with ice. All right, let's see here. Okay. And then what I'll do here is I'm going to upgrade these 2 belts to red. And I'll put a red splitter right there. So we still have 2 full yellow belts coming out, as well as over here. Okay, and let's see what we need in terms of the wood and the plate. Sorry, did I just, yeah, okay. Yes, I did that on one side. So wood, we need 1 full belt, and plate, we need 1 full belt. Okay, so we can quite simply do that for the wood. And let's see, plate, so wood needs to be this belt. Oh man, I really messed that up, didn't I? Symmetry, people. Okay. So that's wood, and this one is iron. Alright, it's not going to be able to be perfectly symmetrical. And then on this side, the outside is wood. There we go. Okay, and for the iron, iron's going to be a little bit tricky. Okay, so it's not terribly beautiful, but should work. Oh, you know what? Let me try this again. I think I can probably do a better job at this. No, maybe I can't. No. Yeah, this isn't really much better. In fact, you might even say it's the opposite of better. Anyway, it ought to work. Okay, and then these two guys we can merge onto a red belt. Okay, there. So now we have twice as much green circuits. Now with this guy, let's see. We need half a belt of all the inputs and one full belt on the outputs. So we can double this. And merge it into a red belt. And then we can double it again if we need to. And perhaps we should. I hope there's enough room to double it. Let's find out. Ooh. Okay. Whoops. Is this right? Okay, so yeah, so now one half will completely fill the yellow belt. And that half will completely fill the yellow belt too. Okay, now let's copy this whole thing. Minus that power pole. And let's put that there. And we'll double it again. Alright, I need more stuff. I need to get back up into robot range. Looking forward to getting those advanced roboports. Okay, now I'm in logistics range. So I'll wait to get resupplied here for a moment. I think that's the first time my mineral water got attacked. Okay. And then I think red and blue circuits should be okay. I think we're already producing a lot of those. Okay, so this one is plastic. The one in the middle is silicon, I believe. And then this one is glass. And I think I'm gonna upgrade these output belts. They'll be faster than they have to be, but sometimes even though the math says that one yellow belt is enough, sometimes some of the machines don't quite empty out quickly enough. So if we make them red, then that'll solve that issue. Keep things moving along. Okay, have I got enough glass production? Says I need 12 furnaces, and this is just for the modules, right? Where am I making glass? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, yeah, I should have more than enough glass. And silicon. $11 machines making silicon. We can maybe upgrade those to steel furnaces. Yeah, but then I wouldn't have enough crystals coming in probably. Alright, well hopefully we'll have enough of those things. Would be nice to change over to electric furnaces so I can stop using so much solid fuel, but let's see how we're doing here. All right, outputs are turned off there. Alright, yeah, seems like we're producing the fuel cells quickly enough, but let's just check our consumption on those. Let's see, where are they? 2.3 a minute. Okay. And we're equipped to make 24 a minute, so we're only running about 10% capacity on our fuel production, so that's good. Lots of steam. Plenty of power. Okay, now let's go back up and see how our modules are doing. I'm not sure if that train was actually going to stop, but I'm not about to test it. Okay. Yeah, can't seem to keep these electronic components coming in, can we? Let's see, where are they? There we go. Okay, we're producing 2.1K per minute. Oh no, we're producing more than that. We're making about 3.6K a minute. And we're consuming around 2.2 right now. Yeah, if we look at the last minute, we're definitely producing more than we've been consuming. Although we would be consuming more if I could get them delivered more quickly. These things really get eaten up pretty fast. All right, so let's give it some more drones. And let's see how our depots look. Yeah, the depots are nearly empty. It might take a while to catch up. One thing that's interesting to note is that on my defensive wall, I don't think a single one of my gun turrets has started using uranium ammo yet. By the time we got to that point, the laser turrets and the railguns were powerful enough that the gun turrets are not even being used. So I think, again, in the next series, I think once we upgrade to railguns, we just get rid of the gun turrets, because they're not really doing much of anything except wasting resources. I made so much ammo for those things too. That was a big waste. Look at all these guys. See, even these guys are not getting a ton of kills because the railguns are doing all the work. Maybe I should stop giving ammo to these railguns, just so I can let these turrets use up some of that ammo that I've got. Yeah, this one's got 472 kills, and this one's got 50 kills. So let's do this as a little experiment. Let's stop feeding ammo to these two railguns. Is that the only place I did that? Oh, and over here too. Yeah, hardly any kills on these things. And the railguns got 47. Alright, so we'll stop feeding ammo to those railguns. and let these gun turrets eat up some of that ammo that I spent so much resource to make. Okay, and I've got a hole in the wall, and I'm out of air filters once again. Okay, how are we doing now? Okay, that's better. Got thousands in there. Let's go check the depots again. Okay, this one's, yeah, they're starting to accumulate a little bit. Seems like I'm still grabbing it as fast as I can crank it out. So we'll give that some time to catch up and see where we stand. All right, and then I'm going to delete that one. Let's delete that one. I'm not going to need 90 gigawatts. Let's delete that one. I don't need that one anymore. I don't need that one anymore. I'll leave the rest of them in there. Yeah, I certainly don't need this one either. Looks like copper plate could be an issue. And iron plate too, so I might need to upgrade my smelting. We're still on stone furnaces over here, so I'm actually surprised we've gotten as far as we have without having to do that. But of course, if I upgrade the smelters, then I also have to upgrade the ore processing, which is, I'm going to need more room for that. Holy cow, what's going on here? Oh, okay, I'm completely backed up on these air filters. That's why I'm not processing the old ones anymore. The fresh ones can't come out. Okay, well, I think that's going to do it for today. I'm going to let these modules accumulate. I've got 21 and 13, which is not very many at all. So that's going to take some time. But first we're going to have to fix some of those bottlenecks. So let's do it this way. Instead of trying to expand my smelting and ore processing with low-tier tech, I think what might be better for us to do is to research advanced furnace. Oh, I can't do that yet. I need advanced science packs. Okay, let's plan out some advanced science packs real quick, because then I can research the advanced furnace and I can just rebuild with that. So let's see what it'll take to build these things to the tune of 45 per minute. I need one quantum computer. Love it. You know what? Let's put some productivity modules in there. Now I need 1.7, but I need a lot fewer of those raw materials. Let's check that again. If I delete that, 90, 180, 45, 135. If I add the modules, I need a second machine, but it cuts my consumption of components by a considerable degree. Okay. A Mercium gear wheel. I wish I had one of those advanced assembly machines. Then I can make it directly from powder. In this case, I have to make plates first. And I should probably start making some level 3 machines, but Okay, let's just do it like that. And for the plates, let's do electric furnaces. And the gears, okay, we got that. Electric engines. Lithium sulfur batteries I'm not making yet. That takes lithium and sulfuric acid, which is not a surprise to anyone. And then, of course, the blank tech cards. We know all about that. How many electric engine machines would that be? 7.1 and 7.1 regular engines, 1-to-1 ratio. Okay, so I think we can get into the advanced tech cards. If we get the immersite power, immersite powder, and then I'll make sand. Do I want to make more sand? Or should we just take the crystals and crush them? I'm not sure what's better. If you take the crystals and then crush them, then you lose the chemicals that went into making the crystals in the first place. Right? Like if you crush... if you crush 6 raw immersite, you get 6 immersite powder and 6 sand, which you can turn into 1 crystal. Plus some other ingredients. You have to add, I forget what we had in there. Well, let's take a look. Right, we're also adding ammonia, mineral water, rare metals in order to get those crystals, right? We have to add nitric acid and sulfuric acid to the powder to get the crystals. And then you can crush the crystals, you can get the powder back out, but then you lose all this other stuff that you produced to make the crystals in the first place. So it's not an efficient conversion. There's some losses involved there. Whereas if we just crush the raw immersite, we'll generate more sand, which maybe is not a problem. Is there only one level of crusher? Yeah. Because the sand we can use up here to make the silicon and stuff and glass, and that'll reduce our consumption of stone. Yeah, so I think I'll do it that way. All right, is there anything else interesting that we can research in the meantime that's not going to take forever to get done? Energy storage, I'm not terribly interested in. Oh, we can start doing all these conversion recipes. The matter conversion recipes. Transport drone speed would be very nice, but that's 2,000 science packs. Feels pretty expensive for me right now. Yeah, robot speed is 5,000. All right, so let's start researching these conversion recipes. We'll do some of the more basic ones to begin with. Okay, well, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.